Okay, who can show us a package being twisted, walloped, shook, and snatched? Yeah, good, good. The children that would come into my classroom would have such a varied range of abilities and strengths and challenges. Where I did my student teaching, kids were very homogenous. And then when I started teaching, I got a whole range of both learning abilities and aptitudes as well as behavioral strengths and challenges. And I wish I'd known A, that there was so much variety, and B, that I could get the support of all the specialists and the other staff in the building, that I didn't have to know how to do it all. Therapists tend to be in the classroom depending on a child's individual education plan. Sometimes it's 1 time a week for 30 minutes, sometimes it's 4 times a week for 30 minutes. It really depends on the student's needs. One of the things that's also built into the IEP is regular consultation time outside of the classroom. This year, we have OT in the classroom once a week, and then also a child sees an occupational therapist outside of the classroom. We also have speech and language coming into the classroom on a regular basis 2 times a week, 2 afternoons a week for a couple children. I live in Plymouth in 1621. Can you think of or look at your charts to add in some more interesting words for that sentence?
Later, Alex, I have to write one more.
Okay, so you want to write 1 sentence about each person? Okay, who's the next person that we're going to write about? Remember, tell Miss P first.
Alex shoots behind the out-of-bounds. He shoots and jumps and he does
Keep your time. Miss P's going to write it, so go ahead. Alex shoots.
behind the out-of-bounds and he
Can I say Alex shoots from?
out-of-bounds.
From
Out-of-bounds.
behind. I'm writing so you don't forget, honey. Shoots from behind the out-of-bounds area. Okay, let's work with this first.
Some of the adaptive tools that we use in the classroom relate to helping the students with their fine motor skills. So we use slant boards a lot for positioning of the wrist, and also visually it makes it easier for the child to see. Other kind of low-tech adaptations around fine motor skills might be some specialized paper that has certain lines that are raised, so to help the child in organizing their written work in the paper, staying within the boundaries. The other adaptive tools relate to more sensory processing needs of students, and this you see in the student in the classroom who's sitting on the therapy ball, and this is a child who seeks a lot of movement input. So by giving him the ball, that he can seek some of that input without constantly moving about is one way. Another adaptive tool that we use in the classroom is tubing around the chair legs, and this is for the child to push against and give some sensory input to their feet. So one of the other things that we have in a lot of the classrooms at all grade levels are tennis balls on the chair legs, and this is to screen out or to reduce the noise from the chairs moving in and out on the floor. And often children with sensory processing problems are oversensitive to noise, and this can be very difficult to their nervous systems and makes it harder for them to concentrate. So having the tennis balls helps to reduce the noise in the classroom.
What would be best if you're going to work on this paper here and you're going to be writing? What do you need to do with your desk first?
Don't know.
'Cause I notice sometimes, yeah. The techniques I find effective in working with the child I was working with today are using the therapy ball, and I find that chewing, for oral motor input, chewing crunchy things and chewy things help to provide more sensory input.
Nalea, I want you to focus on yours, okay? Okay. Do you want to go sit at another place so that there's not all this hullabaloo around you? No. So you can focus better?
Okay.
Look at me.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Then I want to see some work happening. Tanisha.
Okay, the interventions that I use with some of the kids with special needs, again, vary depending on the level of the child. We do direct therapy, where we pull children out, but within the classroom, I look at their seating. Are they able to sit to be able to do their schoolwork. I look at the height of their desks, the height of their chairs, so that their feet are flat. Are they able to, do they need something in order to keep them in a chair?
And sometimes the needs of the student changes, and so sometimes you have to adjust. There might be one day when it might be the lap pillow that works for a child, or the move and sit cushion. Another day it might be something else. So the needs and techniques can also vary day to day, which makes it tricky.
I think that we have had a very long and productive writing time this morning, and I want to say congratulations to everybody. What I would like you to do...
One of the main things I think that's helped me become a more successful teacher of students with special needs is being able to sit back and watch and listen and learn from them. And to take that approach, to take an observational approach, to take more of a researcher approach. When I'm confused and stuck about what to do next, I tend to sit back and take some notes and listen and watch, because I think that students sometimes can give us more of what they need than we as teachers are always aware of. And that if I sit back and let myself take a deep breath, then I oftentimes find the key, or the hook that's going to keep the student focused, and then my entry point that will support their entry point.